everyone, I am Erika of Beadingschool.com and you are watching Coffee Time with Erika, my weekly BD broadcast, this time with a coffee already drunk, but with lots and lots of jewels that I would like to show you. So you can watch Coffee Time with Erika live from the Beading School Facebook page and from the Beading School Facebook club. Later, I will also upload the recording to our YouTube channel. I hope that you can hear me. I hope that you can see me. Please let me know. Last week, I had a little technical mishap. So I hope that everything is all right now. Hi, Antoinette, and good afternoon, dear Facebook user. And Katja says she can see me and hear me, so that's wonderful. Thank you for letting me know, Katja. Ariana is here, and Lita, and Agnes, and Mariana, and Eleanor, Sarah, Sandra, Elena, Sue, Yosin, Aniko is here. More Facebook user friends, Jill, Debbie, Connie, and another Facebook user friend. So in case that you are watching from the Beading School Facebook club, then your name might appear on my side as Facebook user instead of your profile picture and instead of your name. It's because the program that I am using, which I need to being able to put like pictures on the screen, for example, or your comments on the screen, it needs extra permission from you to see your profile if you are watching from the club. The broadcast is the same in the group, it's the same on the page, but if you are from the club, then you need to click the link about the video. So I can say that, hi Corinne, and thank you. I actually wear glasses like forever since I was like 10, and then I just realized that's only for outside, not inside, not for reading, not for my computer. And I just realized that I forgot to take them down like 10 seconds before we started. So then I was like, okay, today I will wear glasses. So thank you, Corinne. I'm glad that you like it. And hi, Gunel, and hi, Facebook user, and Catherine, and Nancy, and Sharon, and Martina, and Jessica, and Mactab, and more Facebook users. Margarita is here, and Cindy, and Kristen, and Shelly. And someone is asking if I'm wearing contacts. No, I don't need glasses when I'm looking into a short distance. I just need glasses when I'm like, if I would be biking on the street, then I need glasses so I don't hit you or I recognize you actually. Also, I refuse to wear lenses since once they were stuck in my eye and I couldn't get them out. So, nope. And thank you, Miriam, and Angelica is here, and Christine, and Katarina. So, what is it going to be about today? Today, I will show you the first jewels that Susie, Veronica, and me made from La Dolce Vita Beading School Academy Theme Box. And yeah, so Beading School Academy, for those beaders who might not know what that is, you can find out more at beadingschoolacademy.com. And just to keep it short, it is a big beady adventure that we are continuously creating with a new source of inspiration and collection of beautiful material and articles and tutorials and the storytelling night and all kinds of fun stuff. And these 2 months, in January and February, we are working with a collection called La Dolce Vita. And you might know the Dolce Vita actually from cinematography, as La Dolce Vita is a film from the 60s directed by Federico Fellini. And the title literally means sweet life in Italian, and the film is a portrayal of Rome's high society in the late 50s. It is considered a classic of Italian cinema and one of Fellini's greatest works. The film was a commercial and critical success and won a Golden Prize at the 1960 Cannes Film Festival. And while that time La Dolce Vita stood for a decadent hedonistic lifestyle of the high elite, these days we use it in a different meaning. So these days, when we mention La Dolce Vita, then it stands for the ability to enjoy life's sweet, small moments and occasions, appreciating the time to read a book, a tasty, healthy dinner, a glass of wine, a piece of chocolate, a stroll through the park, or, of course, some nice beading time. So these days we are enjoying Dolce Vita moments on our bead mats too, with colors inspired by the citrusy tones and the old orange brick buildings that you might notice when you walk around in Italy, where La Dolce Vita comes from. So this is a picture that I took last year, which actually was one of the sources of inspiration for the box already a year ago. I knew that there will be a Dolce Vita box. And those orange and turquoise tones are also supplemented by some green for the leaves of olives and sage and citrus trees that you might see while walking around in Rome. And the boxes, they are traveling already since last week, so we started to post them. It's a gradual process. It took now a little bit more time as we are still working through the advent calendar orders, but by the end of this week, by the 20th of January, everything should be on their way. And some of you, I know, that actually already received your boxes, so I'm super happy about that. I would like to also greet Niti and Vanya and Jeannie, Daniele, and Ingrid, who is in Italy right now. Enjoy it very much. And Nicolene is here, Kristen is here, and Marta, I see you. And Jean is enjoying chocolate that she received with her box. That was a piece of La Dolce Vita, right? And Teresa is here, and Sherry. And I will not let you wait any longer. I would like to show you the jewels that we have prepared by now. To please keep in mind that I was working with a fuchsia level Beadingschool Academy Theme Box, and Veronica and Susie have separate boxes. So of course you can make the signature jewels from the boxes, for which the tutorials will be included in your membership. And there will be also a big bunch of No One Has to Be Alone tutorials coming, and other tutorials coming, maybe even something for the blog. And sometimes you may need to make a decision that which jewel do you want to bead, which jewel do you want to make into a pendant, into a brooch, into a pair of earrings, whatever. And let's see what we have made so far. And Nicolene is asking if anyone else has a problem. I think, Nicolene, you need to restart. I see comments that the ladies can hear me and see me. So Margaret has an advice, please restart Facebook. I hope it will work. And I'm switching to my other camera now, like this. So, first of all, I would like to show you a little earring that I have designed for Friday, for already this upcoming No One Has to Be Alone session. It is a cute little motif. It's kind of a tilted square. I'm not so good from trigonometry, so I don't know which is the exact name of this shape. Maybe like a rhombus, if I remember it correctly. So you can hang it both ways. You can also, of course, make it into different kinds of jewels. You can make it into an earring like I did, a bracelet, a pendant. And what really sparkled my imagination is also the possibility to connect 4 pieces of these 3mm round beads into a little square and then join 4 identical motifs to them, kind of like petals, and then connect them to each other to make a bigger matching pendant. So to bead this together with me on Friday, you will need some 𝐁𝐄𝐃𝐈𝐍𝐆 beads, super duo beads, 3mm round beads, and 4mm fire polished beads. The little sparkle in the middle is a 2.8mm Preciosa suwon rhinestone, but it can be substituted to any bigger bead, even a bigger rhinestone, for example. I also have a pressed glass drop at the bottom, and there you also put whatever you like, a glass drop in a metal setting, something similar to my version, or nothing at all if you don't want to. Lita says that she can see this as a bracelet too, and I totally agree, Lita. I think both ways, or even with some bezeled rivolis in between, this would make a lovely bracelet. Nitty is also waiting eagerly for her box. I hope that it lands on your bead mat very, very soon, dear Nitty. And thank you everyone for helping out, Nicolene. I'm glad that it's working now. So this is the first No One Has to Be Alone design. And for later, for No One Has to Be Alone sessions, I also have some special shapes for you. So this is another earring that I made from the box, and the main motif, it will be one of 4 No One Has to Be Alone lessons. It has a 6mm suwon rhinestone in the middle, 𝐁𝐄𝐃𝐈𝐍𝐆 ginkgo beads, Marianska will like that, and then some seed beads. Here I wanted to show you that the rectangular cabochons in metal claws that are included in your boxes, while they can be included in the main parts of the jewels too, they can also be used as connections between pieces. They could be connections between identical motifs. So like imagine a beautiful bracelet from these motifs with the rectangles in between. Like how beautiful would that be? Please, someone read it because I would love to see one like that. In my case, I turned the motif into an earring, and very unusual for me, but I created a single fringe. I actually really like the way how Sherry Serafini is creating, one of the biggest bead embroidery artists, and Heidi Kumli, another bead embroidery artists, how they are creating fringes, and they often include bugle beads or like small fire polished beads and round beads next to each other in their fringes. So that's where the inspiration came from, this, for this single piece of fringe. And I also used there the same little drop that I have in this previous motif. You can make the fringe as long or as short as you like it. You can skip it. You can make more fringes by attaching more strands to the other seed beads here or even here. It's completely up to you and the style that you prefer. Again, the motif is super versatile. So we see an earring here. I talked already about the possibility to make a bracelet, but imagine that you would put one more motif here and then mirror this one to its other side and make a V-shaped necklace ornament for the front part of your jewel. I think that would be absolutely beautiful too. And I'm really happy that Nicolene and Niti and Facebook user friend, they love the single fringe. And Sherry likes the rectangles. She says they are really nice. Me too, me too. So, and I paired, actually, since this is like an elongated shape with the long fringe, then I chose this simple, elegant earwire to go with that. So this is another motif that we can bead together from the box. And then I have here a bracelet. Okay, a nearly finished bracelet because I will need to finish it during the no one has to bead alone, but I have 2/3. I think that's a lot better than my usual. So this is another jewel that we can bead during a no one has to bead alone lesson. Probably this will come in February, to make sure that your boxes are already with you and you have the rectangles. In the meanwhile, Magda also says that she liked the idea, and Ula says that she's addicted to fringes. So the bracelet, it always has a rectangle as the focal of the motifs, and then there are super duos around it and fire polished beads, actually one size of fire polished beads but in 2 colors, and then they are joined tip to tip. Actually they are not joined, they are beaded. I beaded everything in one go, so you don't have to start a new thread for all of the motifs. And Ludka is also here with us, and Debbie, and Katja likes the bracelet, and hi Britt-Marie, and hi Ingela, Sweden is tuning in, welcome ladies. And Connie is here too. Miriam says that she finds the clasp beautiful too, and I couldn't agree more. A single crystal in this rose gold colored clasp garden clasp. It's super fancy, like how it's like a simple clasp, and even how it mirrors me back, it's insane. So shiny. And I had a feeling while I was beading this bracelet that actually the motifs can also go further, that we can keep adding to them. So that's what happened, and I ended up with like 70% of a bracelet. I will need, I think, 6 motifs to finish it, but also a matching earring, and I have to say that I'm super happy about this. So the middle of the earring, the main part of it, it's nearly identical to one motif of the bracelet, but then I kept adding to it. I added some Miyuki twist bugle beads, and then there was a big gap, and when there is a gap, we should fill in something sparkly, right? And a few months ago, Veronica had the idea. She was experimenting. She, at the end, did not finish that idea, but she had a work in progress project where she included the Preciosa crystal connectors in the motif itself. So instead of using the connector to make the jewel longer, like here, or to connecting motifs into a bracelet, she tried to include it into the motif itself. And thank you so much, Veronica, for the inspiration, because that's what happened here. So I used the Preciosa crystal connectors in the motif itself. And Preciosa has this luxurious rose gold finish, so it matches the rose gold metal findings from the box for 100%. So I'm super happy with this, and I think you will have lots of fun while beading it. In the meanwhile, Ginny says that she was actually very excited to see the rose gold findings. We received wishes from beaders to have rose gold findings in one of the boxes, and we like to make beaders' wishes come true. So this was because of a because we wanted to fulfill your wishes. And Cindy is going to make jewelry for a wedding. Oh, that's such a special occasion. Miriam plans to bead lots of bracelets this time. I saw you already beading lots of bracelets. You made so many beautiful pieces. I'm glad that you had the time to enjoy your beads. And Jessica says that actually there was no bracelet as the main jewel in 2022, so she was hoping for that, and she's hoping for that in 2023. Okay, that's a challenge for us. Let's see. Thank you for the idea, Jessica, and thank you for pointing it out. And yeah, this is how it looks from the back. So it's really nice to bead it, actually. It's super fast. And Susie is here. Welcome, Susie. And Ariana likes it. Thank you, Ariana. Vanya is asking, I'm absolutely loving the designs. Any idea when the 6x8 will be available? I do have an idea. Very soon. Okay, not this week yet, but you will not have to wait for long. So this was this set, and then let's move forward. I have two more jewels here. One of them you could already see on some pictures. So this will be the second signature jewel for Beadingschool Academy students. That means that everyone at the fuchsia level membership will receive the tutorial for this as part of her experience. And I used here, we noticed last year that you really like cabochons which have this lotus engraving in the middle. And until now, we had only circular ones, but then we started to research, like, can we maybe find you some more? So that's how we found the smaller ones and the pure ones for you for the advent calendar. And we also discovered that they can be made also on the square shape. So there is a square cabochon in the middle, supported by rectangles and lots of bling and seed beads. And there is an intricate lace-like pattern woven around the main component. And then you can see sparkly 4mm Preciosa bicon beads all around. I did not finish this yet into a finished jewel because I could not make up my mind, and maybe you can help me. I would love to hear your opinion. So one of my ideas is to bead a necklace for it, starting from this single size 15 seed bead at the top that I am like trying to show you. And my other idea is to bead 2 parts for the neck divided by the pendant itself, and the 2 parts would start out from the bicon beads here. So I could not make up my mind yet. I don't have more of the square cabochons with me now, and actually one piece is included in the box, so that's why it needed to be a pendant. But I already see in front of my eyes when I imagine it that even 3 pieces could be connected to each other with the bicon and the round 11s next to it. Connecting, being part of the one motif and then the next motif too. So that's how I would connect 3 pieces to each other into a very nice statement necklace. And Nancy says, and Miriam also says, that they see it as a brooch. Miriam would even make it into an earring, my kind of girl. And thank you, Christine. Ola would make it with 2 parts, so starting from the bicons. Margareta would make a veil. Jessica would also go from the bicons. Christine would also go from the bicons. Ellie says that the 2 parts would actually keep the jewel from twisting while wearing, and that's a very good point, Ellie. Thank you. Okay, everyone says bicons pretty much. Ariane too, Brit Marie too. Mektab loves the idea of the 3 motifs necklace. There might be even more colors of the lotus cabochons coming. Who knows? Who knows? Miriam says maybe you only have to ask your friends from the treasury and they send you a second. They would, but I don't dare to until your packages are on their way. All of them, I don't dare to ask anything, and I restrict myself from ordering more beads for my own bead mat. So this is the second signature jewel that you will be able to bead. And yeah, there are some hidden solutions on the back. So the back of the cabochon is actually supported by beads that you don't see from the front. So it's a very intricate design, and it will actually be a nice challenge for me to draw it to make sure that it is easy to follow the tutorial. Margareta also has an idea of a veil on the back and then a silk ribbon. That also sounds cool. And Katarina would hang it on a chain. Cindy says even a bracelet. Ooh, and Robina for the hair. That would also be possible. So this is it. This was the signature jewel. And actually, I have two more here. So I have another earring. I made lots of earrings now, but please remember that pretty much all the motifs can be made into whatever you like them to be. So if you don't have pierced ears or you don't like to make earrings, then you can make the motifs into bracelets, into pendants, into necklaces. All the time during coffee times, during No One Has to Be the Loans, we talk about different solutions. So you can easily transform your motifs into whatever you would like them to be. And oh my God, ladies, I'm so like pleasantly surprised that you say you love this. Like, I know it's not bad, otherwise it would end up in one of my UFO drawers. However, I did not expect this to be like generating so many emotions. And it is mine, it's not Susie's. Niti says this must be Susie's, but no. Jessica, I don't know the date for the tiles yet because we are actually waiting for more colors. There will be super nice ones. So this is an earring in my case with a rectangle cabochon in the middle, two tiles, ginkgos, Miyuki twist beads, and some bicons in two sizes, 3 and 4 millimeter ones. And Niti says, indeed, Susie usually has the open designs. And I have actually here a picture from Susie that is exactly what you mean, Niti. Totally could be Susie's. Actually, today when we were selecting with Susie and Veronica that what kind of which jewels will be we bead for make the tutorials for, then Susie and Veronica beaded two different motifs which were so similar that we had to say that we had to agree that okay, we can't do both because they are like so similar to each other. So yeah, it happens with us. And then I have a last one what I made, and I think you will really like it, or like I hope you will really like it. This was made with lots of love, and it is a star shape. Again, I made it into an earring, but it would be just as nice of a pendant too. So this has again the twists and bicones and fire polished beads and round beads and the usuals from the box. However, in the middle there is a new Preciosa Chaton Rose, Maxima Chaton Rose hiding. So this is a shape that you might already know from the Frozen Lake pendant from Veronica and also from the Nova bracelet from Susie. And we had the basic colors available during the Beading School Advent Adventure. And now we are starting to receive and starting to pack the AB versions. One of the AB versions, the Amethyst AB, is included in all the fuchsia level boxes, and then later the other colors will also be available for you. So I'm really happy that you like it. Katerina says Christmas is coming. I like to say that we would love to make you feel like it's Christmas whenever you open a Beading School package. It doesn't matter if it's December, it doesn't matter if it's July. We would like to make you feel that it's Christmas. And Robina is asking if the chaton is 8mm. It's slightly smaller and it's flat from the back side. But if you don't have this shape, then you can fake it kind of with a round pearl, for example. Samia, good to see you. She's asking, I'm curious to know if there will be rectangle cabochons in more color options available in the shop. You know, as a true beader, 2 colors that we have for now, the peach one and then the matte cyan. For me, that's not enough. I say we need more colors from the rectangles. So this is it. This was my last jewel. However, Veronica and Susie also have prepared beautiful jewels for you. So just as a reminder, the pattern was already released and we beaded this together during last Friday's No One Has to Bead Alone workshop. So this is the Katarina earring designed by Veronica, and the tutorial is available already. So this was Veronica's first design, but she is actually working on another one. I don't have a picture yet because it's work in progress. I would recommend putting aside the 14mm Rivoli from the box and also a bunch of super duos. And as soon as I know more, I will of course share with you the whole material list for Veronica's jewel too. And Sharon asks if we ship to the US. Dear Sharon, yes, you see prices in euros on our website, but when you pay, then it's automatically converted, so it's super easy to use. And actually, most of our beaders who are here with us today, they are from the States. And also, it is surprisingly fast, the shipping. So in about when there are like no major holidays or no pandemics, then in 7 days in average you get your package that we ship to you. So this is Veronica's first, and the second is coming with the 14mm Rivoli. And let's see Susie's beautiful jewels now. I will hide my second camera and I have pictures from Susie. So this is another No One Has to Bead Alone design that we can bead during the upcoming weeks. So Susie, indeed, Niti was right. It's kind of an open design, open in the middle in this case. With fire polished beads, with super duos, with Miyuki twist bugles. If you don't have the twist bugles yet, then you can substitute them with the combination of a shorter bugle plus seed beads. So even if you don't have those yet, then you can absolutely bead this. Susie also connected a bezeled 2-hole 6mm cabochon to the top, and she chose the voluta earring finding to finish it off. You can make it with or without the cabochon, with a drop or without at the bottom, so up to you. Or even as a bracelet, as Miriam says. And Robina, thank you so much for sharing your experience with Sharon. Robina says, you will not be disappointed. It's pretty fast and all the products are amazing. Thank you for your kind words, Robina. And Corinne is asking, Erika, will there be 12mm pink bugles in the shop? Of course. These are the something blush. The name, I have them here. Matted Opaque Blush 2023. Last week we published the material list in the classroom. If the link is not visible yet, then we are going to upload the twists soon. And someone says, a Facebook user said, friend, I see a pure cabochon in the middle, and totally, you could attach there, I think, either an 8mm cabochon, a Rivoli or a Chaton, pure one, for example, that would be perfect, or one of the new Chaton roses, if you would like to go for an AB color, for example, or something that is not available from the usual Preciosa selection, but it is available as a Maxima Chaton rose. So Susie's first no one has to be the long design. And then another no one has to be the long design from Susie. We are going to bead this sometimes in February. As the focal, she has the table cut tile bead, and then she added Miyuki half tilas, super duos, fire polished beads, and she created a very cute hanging part from the 4mm chrysolite 2xAB bicone and the drop. I think we also need the drops in more colors, as they are super cute as nice little additions to our motifs. And then Niti, this is what you were talking about, right? The typical open shape of Susie. And this is another super beautiful one, a very romantic piece, characteristic for Susie. She chose one of the 6mm Preciosa Sue ones as the focal. And then she also has some 𝐁𝐄𝐃 and half tilas and some twist beads. And Donna says, hi Donna, I like the wavy seed beads around the 𝐁𝐄𝐃s. And indeed, I think that's one of the best parts in it, how nicely the seed beads are following the shape of the 𝐁𝐿𝐃𝐃s. Angelica also says, I love the geometric experiments like this. Indeed. And Vanya is asking for the size of the table cuts. They are 6mm big. I have the little package here with me. So, Lutka also likes it. Miriam says, Susie is the bugle queen. Absolutely. And the queen of open shapes. And this is not all. This is not all. So, another one. This is a cute motif, which is not finished yet, into a juvo. However, it has so many potentials. It can be an earring. You can turn it like Susie put it on her picture, but you can also turn it by 90 degrees to make it longer with the bicones on the sides. You can make it into a pendant, but what I really see here is a beautiful bracelet with the bicones, like giving a nice rhythm to the bracelet. I think Miriam's heart sings because of the possibility of another beautiful bracelet, and Lutka says that she's reminded by this of the, how you call it in English, the beautiful stained glass windows. And I think that's right, it has the effect. Kat would like it to be a necklace. So many possibilities indeed. And then, do you remember seeing the first signature jewel already? I don't. So now it's time to see it. So this time, Susie designed another masterpiece and the first signature jewel of the Dolce Vita collection is made by Susie. A beautiful pendant, as you can see. And the tutorial will be coming to you already this week. So as soon as your box lands on your bead mat, you can start creating. So Susie bezeled the 27mm round cabochon, which is like the showstopper piece from the box, in another very imaginative way. Peyote is boring. I love peyote, but yeah, it's so nice when we get to try some other ways to bezel cabochons. So Susie included round beads, fire polished beads, seed beads. If I remember correctly, then even Miyuki Haftilas on the backside. Please correct me, Susie, if I'm mistaken. And I love the lace-like effect around the cabochon. And then this was not enough. I think the peach color was calling for the Bordeaux rectangles, so Susie created 5 equal parts around the main part and added the Bordeaux rectangular cabochons interchangeably with some fire polished beads and bicons. And not only do I love the bezel and the shape, but also the rhythm created by the lighter and the darker shades, how they are like one dark, one light, one dark, one light, following each other around the pendant. So this is truly a beautiful piece, and I'm super happy that Susie made this for us. So this is going to be included in the yellow, turquoise, and the fuchsia level Beadingschool Academy memberships, while the jewel that I designed with the lotus in the middle, that's going to be the second tutorial included in the fuchsia memberships. And this was it, dear ladies. So I'm really, really happy to read your comments and to know that you like what's coming for the next about 6 weeks. So we can't wait to see your versions, because even if we are working with the same beads, even if we have the same tutorials, then what's the best part of it? That everyone is actually putting a piece of her own personality into the jewels. Maybe you swap 2 colors of the thread beads, maybe you add 1 fringe, 2 fringes, 3 fringes, maybe you swap the components, maybe you connect the motifs to each other in the bracelet in a different way, but all the jewels that you create, they reflect your personality. And I'm super happy that we can bead together, and I'm really looking forward to this new team and working on it together with you. And if you have any questions left, then please let me know. Susie is sharing also a piece of her inspirations. She says this piece represents the blossom of the orange tree. That's why it's with 5 rectangle petals around. Thank you so much, Susie, for sharing that. Cindy says, so excited to see the jewels in the box when it gets here. By the way, when you get your box, then the best thing that you can do is to start making mini kits for your jewels. Since there are lots of designs, then sometimes you need to make decisions which to bead and which one to either bead smaller only as a pendant or not bead this time, or where you need to add something from your own stash. So what works best from the experience of our Beading School Academy students, that once we publish the material lists, that should be tomorrow, then you start with the jewels that you like the most and directly you put away into little baggies the beads that we will need for them. So yeah, that's the best that you can do. And Malia says, I need 2 boxes. We have beaders with 2 boxes, actually. So don't shy away. We have a few boxes left. Not many though. Margareta is asking, how did the tutorial come to us members? So I would like to show you that quickly. We have a so-called virtual classroom of the Beading School Academy. Let me open the screen and share it with you. So just a moment. Sorry, just a moment. Trying to share the screen. Okay, made a mistake, but it should be okay now. So when you visit the beadingschool.com website, then you see in the main menu the academy. And if you are not yet a student, and it will take you to a page where you can become one of our students. However, if you are already a Beading School Academy student, then it will take you to this so-called virtual classroom. It has the basic information, how to navigate the academy, how to join our lunch breaks. We have like designated days, designated times when you can meet with your fellow student in a Zoom environment, and you can chat and spend time together and show each other what you beaded and so on. So we have the lunch breaks, information about how to join the No One Has to Bead Alone workshops, and then we have here tiles for all the teams that we have had so far. La Dolce Vita is the 9th theme that we are exploring, and we are just filling it up with content. The content is released gradually during the basically 6 weeks that we are working with a team. So I'm not going to show the Dolce Vita because it's not finished yet. We are just at the beginning, but I'm going to show you, for example, Lucia's Light, which was the theme for November and December. And inside the theme, you see, for example, a list that what's inside your box. You can read articles about the source of inspiration. You have the overview of the jewels with the material list, so you can prepare your mini kits in advance. You have the dates for lunch breaks and so on and so on. But for the jewels, you also have separate tiles. So I clicked on the scarlet pendant. That was one of the signature jewels of the Lucia's Light box. And then again, you see here the most important inspiration, a little bit about information, a little bit about the inspiration, the material list. You can even ask questions here. You can share your version, you can upload a picture. And then here is click here for the tutorial. So you click here for the tutorial. And if you are a student of that specific theme, then the price of the tutorial automatically gets reduced to 0 for you. So while if a bidder who is not a student comes to the page, she sees it that, oh, it costs 12 euros. Then if you are logged in to your account and if you are a student of that specific theme, then the price is reduced for you to 0 and you can put it to your cart and you can check out and download the tutorial immediately. So we love comfy bead shopping. And I actually also love experimenting and finding all kinds of technical solutions to make beadingschool.com as easy to navigate and as enjoyable for you as possible. So yeah, that's one of the perks, that you don't need anything special. The price is reduced for you to 0. So I don't see another question after Margareta's. So if there are no more questions, then I would like to thank you for your time today, for your company today. Also, of course, for your kind comments. That's very, very motivating for us to read what you like and to receive such a nice feedback. We really, really treasure it. And see you on Friday with a No One Has to Be Alone class, with the first jewel that I showed you. Thank you, ladies, and wishing you a nice rest of the day and lots of creative ideas. Bye-bye.